Also tonight, an unusual cluster of horse deaths at Churchill Downs during the spring meet has led to an ongoing investigation, but also resulted in the decision to move racing now to Ellis Park for the rest of the meet. Tonight, Focus investigator John Charlton is digging deeper into the new coordinated and uniform effort to catch cheaters in horse racing who also put safety on the track in jeopardy.
Not very long after Mage crossed first over the finish line. And fairly soon after being crowned champion of the 149th running of the Kentucky Derby. The 3-year-old headed to the detention barn, not because he was in trouble, but just to make absolutely sure he could pass the next test, proving that his team didn't cheat. By rule, Mage, like past Derby winners, along with other horses in the race, were tested for performance-enhancing medications.
There's a universe of substances out there.
But the substances here, even which horses are tested for them and how they're tested, could change from state to state. That is, until now.
We now have to make sure we're all marching down the same path.
Post-Kentucky Derby and post-Preakness, now prior to the Belmont, the Horse Racing Integrity and Welfare Unit, or HIWU, is now in charge from track to track, state to state. Kate Middlestead,
Chief of Operations,
spent 20 years in anti-doping in human sports. Now she's in charge of testing horses.
Really what we're doing is building a program that's really got to work for the horse racing industry. So the rules are the same for the horsemen, the experience of the sample collection is the same for the horsemen, the prohibited list is the same for the horsemen, and the consequences and sanctions are the same.
Middlestead says testing can happen throughout the morning prior to racing. After a race, the winner is most often tested.
Blood and urine.
But selecting which other horses go to the test barn can change race to race, day to day. That can be strategic.
Very consistent with what was happening, but adding additional intelligence throughout the entire process.
Intelligence meaning eyes and ears on the backside or by the paddock, at the track or off track.
We can use that to do target testing.
HIWU is relying on whistleblowers by establishing anonymous ways for horsemen, including trainers, riders, and veterinarians, to tip HIWU off to cheating, exposing new unapproved meds and the tactics used for doping. Dr. Mary Scalay, HIWU's chief of science, says the platforms are working.
There's been a tremendous amount of information coming in already. Getting intelligence about designer drugs, new substances coming in from other countries or being manufactured by illicit pharmacies. We want to get a hold of that stuff. We want to analyze it, find out what that molecule weighs, get it into our database. So as we run samples, if it's in there, it's going to show up and get tagged.
That would join the list, essentially growing the list of banned medications.
Anabolic steroids, growth hormone, erythropoietin.
There's also a list of controlled drugs.
Muscle relaxants, sedatives, non-steroidal anti-inflammatories.
But they can't be present on race day. HIWU has also introduced the first nationwide out-of-competition testing. That can happen anytime, anywhere, at the track or at the farm.
They've got 6 hours to produce the horse. If they evade testing, if they refuse to present the horse, they get an anti-doping violation.
HIWU has contracted with 6 different labs to detect violations. And Scalay says the challenge is getting them all to find the same things in the same way.
And that's when you can establish uniformity. If you say, we didn't find anything, the program must be clean, that's not really having accomplished anything.
She says a drug testing program should really be intended to deter cheaters. Do that and it'll help encourage better safety for the horse, the rider, and whoever is chasing them.
It's a community that's out there traveling at high speed. We need to work hard to make this work. We owe these horses.
And HIWU just announced today that through the first 2 weeks following the Preakness, more than 3,000 horses have been tested at 22 tracks nationwide. If there are any violations for doping, a specific procedure is in place to verify those violations. After that, the infractions will be made public. John Charlton, WHAS 11, on your side.